Hey, thanks for coming back to Sober Without God. And today I want to talk about what's so appealing about alcohol. I've been alcohol free for over 2 years. This channel is dedicated to how I got alcohol free without God. And my journey is as an evangelical. I'm not a teetotaler. I have just chosen the alcohol free life. If I have one drink, I'm going to have them all. And today I want to talk about information that you will find helpful if you drink casually, or if you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you drink too much and you want to curb it, or you might know someone who has an issue with alcohol. I want to say first that my experiences come from my point of view. I am not a qualified healthcare professional when it comes to substance abuse or religious trauma. If you need help, I'll leave some links below if you're dealing with either issue. In 2002, they had some stats that 17.4 million males and 12.2 million females in the United States suffer from alcohol use disorder, or what we used to call alcoholism. It causes cancer, cirrhosis, heart and liver disease, high blood pressure, nerve damage, and on and on and on. So, what in the world is appealing about alcohol? Why do we overindulge so much? One study from World Health said people like to drink because of its ability to alter emotional states. It is the cheapest and easiest drug to get. Alcohol induces euphoria, relaxation, and disinhibition while reducing stress and anxiety. So that leads us to our first point, relaxation. I know that after a long day of taking care of people and ministering to others, I was exhausted when I started drinking. After putting so much of myself out into the world, I thought I was giving back to myself after drinking. It was relaxing to a degree now. Many people find that one or two drinks is relaxing. In my case, I thought if one or two was relaxing, then maybe five or six would relax me even more. I didn't know when to stop. Alcohol causes the body to release dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter which helps the brain to feel pleasure. And after feeling this the first time, a person might come back to alcohol to keep repeating that same dopamine release and that same feeling over and over. However, like many drugs, alcohol requires an increase in volume to feel the same amount of dopamine rush. I got to a point where I was drinking a ridiculous amount of alcohol to feel any type of rush after 20 years in the bottle. Others may use alcohol to help them fall asleep, which again, many people can do with one or two drinks. But after a large volume of alcohol, it begins to disturb REM sleep, which you really need in order to sleep at night. Alcohol at some point becomes counterproductive for sleep and can destroy your sleep hygiene in the long run. Community is another reason that we find alcohol so appealing. Being part of the community is very important. And many people who drink around their friends or in a bar or in a social setting find community very appealing. Alcohol use can become linked to these other friends who drink, and community and friendship becomes wired with alcohol use. Many people who attempt to stop drinking find it very difficult because their friends or loved ones continue to drink in their presence, and they are triggered or feel pressure to drink by those around them. I, on the other hand, was a loner drinker. I drank at home by myself, but it still affected my family and my health. Speaking of community, thank you for stopping by today. And if you could take a quick second to hit that button below and let me know you're enjoying this video. It just takes 2 seconds to hit that like button, and it really helped my little channel grow. And if you could also leave a quick comment, just takes 2 or 3 seconds, and tell me that you're enjoying this video or any of my videos. I really do appreciate your support as my little channel continues to grow. The next thing that we really like about drinking is disinhibition, letting your guard down. Everyone wants to get a little wild and crazy on occasion. Alcohol helps us do that. Every once in a while, most of us want to feel like we're taking a risk or get out of character for just a little bit. When we go out on a party or for a night out, we expect to have a little bit of fun. Alcohol helps people loosen up. That's disinhibition. Science tells us that alcohol affects part of your frontal cortex, changing the way that you make decisions. Your brain slows down, And if you've ever seen a police show on television, you've seen someone go through a road DUI testing. Their speech is slurred, they can't balance properly, sometimes they're argumentative. Alcohol has a serious effect upon our brains when we drink too much. In the long term, our inhibitions can begin to slip away even more. Worse, we can suffer long term brain damage. I would often drink to blackout drunk and wake up the next morning forgetting the night before. I had forgotten the terrible things I said to my wife or my kids after I made a snarky comment to them that I would end up later apologizing for, even though I didn't remember it. The last thing I want to look at is self medication. Finally, I know one of the big reasons I drank was that I was self medicating. All of us have things we would like to forget: trauma, past things that we did in our life. There are many ways to escape emotional pain, and one of the most common ways to escape is with drugs or alcohol. Alcohol is just the cheapest, easiest way drug to acquire. I repressed a lot of my own drama and trauma and problems to the point where I didn't want to feel anything anymore. For 20 years, I found what I thought was peace at the bottom of a bottle. Now that now I know that all I was doing was adding more anxiety, depressions, and problems on top of the pain that I already had and silencing all the trauma that I really needed to be working on. The good news is I found new ways to deal with the pain and trauma, including counseling, yoga, meditation, exercise, and the value of a good community. Now, if you've watched this video and you think you might have a problem, the first step is acknowledging that problem and admitting that you might have an issue. The next step is reaching out for help and support. The Reframe app is a great place to start for help and support. There's other secular organizations out there as well. So please reach out if you think you might need some help. Regardless of whether it's you or someone you love, I encourage you to reach out to someone for help. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think is most appealing about alcohol. And if you're sober, let me know how you beat it. Let me know about your story and let me know what you've been through and how you think you got through it. I'll see you next time on Sober with God when we talk about what is so appealing about religion. Have a lovely day.